Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video here talking about my Outcast Stealth Pro. I'm in a pretty remote part of the world right now, out in the rainforest, heading to a bigger river. I'm on one of the forks of that river. It took me about 6 minutes to blow this up. Now I have a $10 Walmart air pump, and then I pump it up with I finish it off with a K-Pump 200. About 6.5 minutes, pretty damn quick. It's going to take everything I need with me today, and because I know that there are full blocking log jams on this little side stem of this main river, I'm going to be able to pick this up and carry it around those without any problems. The things I like about this is that over other boats is, for one, you can stand up. That's really important, especially up here where I want to spay fish, but the river's pretty small, and the spots I'm going to spay fish is going to be 4 or 5 casts and then move to the next spot. That's where this has the advantage, is being able to stand up. Now, unlike the Watermaster, it's an open bow. Some would say that's a disadvantage or an advantage. I'm not really sure what the advantage or disadvantage is. Perhaps it gets you a little bit more whitewater capability or something. In my judgment, this thing will handle everything I've thrown at it, and that's from like a class 3.5. I've gone down some pretty big rapids. I've bounced off some pretty big rocks. It's never punctured. The one bad thing about this compared to something like a Watermaster is you do have a bladder system, which is also a positive, because if you get a puncture, you can simply unzip it, patch your bladder, and then get back on the water. Whereas the Watermaster, it's just one big airbag. It's built into the construction. And so if you have a puncture, that patch is going to be exposed and potential for more rubbing. And that's why I chose the Outcast Stealth Pro. It meets all of my needs for 1 or 2 day floats. Today's just a day float, so I don't have a lot of gear with me. But I can take a lot of gear, and I've never needed more space than it has to offer.
So, let's see if I can get down this without too much. Yeah, I want to stay at an angle like this. Push me. Alright, up I go. Let's push the rods up. So this is kind of how I've had to do every single one so far. You see that sweeper that I'm talking about. Now I could have gone under this one, and I probably might. Let's just try it. Alright, now keep the rocks.
Sorry, losing ya. Whoa, not my Sage 1. That was scary. Did you see that? The rod tip got caught on the sweeper here. But this is the one I'm worried about, is this next one here. See, that current comes right down, and it would have whacked me right into that. And that could have caused some issues. But fortunately, I'm smart enough to get out and walk. Yeah, it's been a fun couple hours doing this. Not a lot of fishable water up here in this braided section. This is what this boat's made for, though, is finding water like this. So I'm going to push it out there. Come on. Come on. Yeah, this boat is really made for this, where you have to get out and drag sometimes. That's what I love about this Outcast Stealth, is that you can do this. It's not like a hard boat or even a full-size raft where you have to really try hard to get this. But I mean, this boat, you can't ask for a better boat for doing stuff like this than this little Outcast. I mean, maybe a Watermaster, but I don't know. Those things with that front bow, I think would be a little harder to get in and out of. But I'm really pleased with this boat. Man, I am super remote. And then watch this. Up and back in. Like it never even happened. And I'm floating. It's been a couple hours of doing a lot of that. Getting really good at it. This boat makes it doable. See here, I got some sweepers coming out. I'm a little worried about them. So I'm gonna stay up here in the really shallows. Ooh boy. I stay up in the really shallows, and I'm just going to hope I can make it by this. I mean, that's like a 6-foot gap there, and I'm confident I can make it through here. there's no way you could do this in a raft or a drift boat. I mean, look at this. I mean, these are sharp logs here. This is a tight, I am beating the crap out of my oars, but it is worth it. Man, there's no way I could have made this in a drift boat or anything other than this. Maybe a Watermaster, but I doubt it. Because, I mean, the open bow just gives you, well, I mean, the bow, it's swept up, so it just goes right up and over those things. Man, this thing is just, it's just so maneuverable. I am in the middle of a huge log jam. There's like one tree, there's a tree there. And I have to go through this to my right, which is really narrow, but I know I can make it. So like, there's a log jam, there's a log jam. Now I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna show you. There's a bunch of these trees down in this area. So this was the best option, was to go in here and then drop down this way. Yeah. Man, this thing is just, oh boy. There's a lot of wood down in this area. Sometimes you gotta, sometimes it's good to get out and look at these log jams, because the last thing you want to do is get stuck in that thing, 'cause that'll kill you. It's not the rapids that kill you, it's the log jams. That's where this Outcast Stealth is just so impressive. I mean, I could get right up on this thing and feel 100% safe. I mean, Jesus, that thing would just kill you. So many sweepers, it would just kill you. But that's where a boat like this is just phenomenal. I mean, just look at that. This turn, there's a little bit of a, looks like a rock with some trees stuck on it. I'm gonna go to the right of it. Man, this thing is just, it's just like threading the needle every time. If you want to talk about a confidence inspiring boat, this is it. This is really it. If you're a new oarsman or woman, you're new on the sticks. Oh, that's a stump. I'm glad I didn't go by it. If you're new on the sticks, get yourself a little personal boat, these frameless boats. I've had the pontoon boats with the frame. These ones here, they're just, they handle way better because you sit way lower to the water. So when you move, it's not so dramatic in the motion of the boat. And also, they're not such a pain in the ass to set up and pack into places because they're light. And those framed boats, man, if you don't get those pontoons on there just right, they don't track right. This, you can't really screw it up. Man, I am just so happy with this boat.